Bitcoin just hit a 4-week high, trading above 117,000. With the Fed interest rate decision hours away, volatility is guaranteed. Traders are eyeing that 118,000 as the key battleground. Break it and hold it, and we could be seeing fresh all-time new highs. If we fail there, we could get deeper retracement and the sell-off would loom. But this moment is the moment, and markets know it. Welcome back, Crypto Crew. It's your boy Tom here, bringing you the hottest in Bitcoin and crypto action. If you like what you see, come on over here in the description and make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you come on over to X and follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day. Crypto maniacs there. All right, let's get right into it. Bitcoin just broke above 4-week high, trading at 117. What did we get up to today? We got up to 117,360 as traders are bracing for the Fed policy decision. Now, I got to say, I don't like everybody is on one side of this thing. I just don't like it. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. You know, I like when surprises happen. That's when markets really, really take off. Now, we got, according to the CME Fed Watch tool, 96% chance of a 25 basis point cut. And I don't like that everybody sees it because it's already priced in. Now, there's a 4% probability of a 50 basis point cut. Now, if that was to happen, you're looking at Bitcoin at 126,000. So the chances of that happening probably are not too good, especially with Powell at the helm of this thing. So there are odds building for 3 rate cuts this year, before the year end, obviously. So right now, if we look at our don't close below chart, we're still flirting with the 115.7. We haven't completely cleared it yet. Now we're going to get into the 2-hour chart where we do all our chart work, and we're going to be looking at price points that are very, very important. But right now, it's as we said before on July 19th when we posted this, 115.7 was a line in the sand. Also said recently that we know that the market's really not going to totally respect this point because we haven't cleared it yet. If we get above the all-time high of 124,000, then the market would need to respect this point of 115.7. Right now, it's still basically neutral to slightly bullish. Hasn't turned completely bullish yet. We know that there's support around the 109 buy area, that's for sure. But as I said, I really don't like that the whole marketplace is expecting 25 basis points. So why I say that is because if we can't overcome the 118 and the actual basis point cuts become actual reality, then the market has room to actually chop around a lot. And then you could expect one final push down, in my opinion, to freak everybody out, get the retail to actually sell, and then of course the big boy is going to come in and buy it. But we'll go over that in a moment. Let's go over to that 2-hour chart. Here's a little infamous 2-hour chart. We broke through this top here. That was the resistance. As you can see, we're starting to cool off a little bit. Now, yesterday I extrapolated a trend line from this point coming across to this point. So if I actually still come out forward in time with this, okay, we could see a new support, short-term supports coming right in at the tine of the pitchfork that's set up here at 115.3. Very, very close to that 115.7. So this is a short-term support point right here. If this breaks, the next level that we got down is the 114. We got major support right around 112.5 right now. Okay, so if we could get up above this recent, let's go over to this peak. Let's look at this peak right here. We are flirting with this peak. The next peak upward is right there, that 117.3. And let me put a line up there. I think we just touched that and we got rejected from that. So hang on a second. Let's get a horizontal line coming right to this resistance point right there. We came up very, very close to it at cat's whisker away, and marketplace has started to retrace back downward. It's still in good bullish structure right now. The only way this thing turns down and goes like back to neutral, not bearish, but back to neutral is if we break the 113 level, 112.5. Okay, now we always know that Bitcoin likes to rip after rate cuts, and I'll show you a chart that actually highlights that. If we go back to rate cut in September 2024, Bitcoin did rip a bit higher. Now, here's the thing. Back then, I don't know if it was so much of a surprise, but really, this has been the history of it. As I said, though, I don't like that everybody is on one side of this thing. Wherever they're all in agreement, yeah, we're going to get the 25 basis point cut, because when it happens, it could fall flat. But however, if we're looking at history, today would be the day we get the first rate cut in 2025, and we're looking for Bitcoin to move up higher. So, if you look at the history, the upside is just inevitable, and it's going to should be a violent move up if history repeats itself. But again, I said I don't like everybody's on the same side, because we could see a head fake down before upward. Now, here's the kicker. Citibank and all the big JP Morgan Chase, we're all saying that we're going to get a correction. Now, are they basically forecasting their move? Are they looking to sell into the rally that we're going to get in order to buy back deeper? So I'm saying that there's going to be volatility, and the rate cut has already been priced in. So the real focus is going to be on Jerome Powell's speech afterwards. Now, he's under pressure from Trump to lower rates. Now, Powell has hinted inflation and labor data warrant some adjustments. Traders are going to hang on to every word for the clue of future cuts. So markets are locked in on the FOMC meeting today with the 25 basis point cut priced in, but Powell's stance will be under spotlight for hints of future rate cuts. So that means volatility is not just possible, it's going to be inevitable. So technically we still have the reverse head and shoulders, the double reverse head and shoulders pattern still in play. So as you can see, we got the inverse head and shoulders pattern, the main one, left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, the breakout. But then it started again, a smaller one that actually is showing that the breakout is occurring and the marketplace Bitcoin is actually poised for a big move upwards. Technically, we're still in upward movement, okay? Now, as I said, the big boys were saying that they're thinking it could be a drive down. So there's two scenarios at play, and I'm going to take you through those scenarios. And I want to make sure you don't panic if any one of these scenarios happens. Hang on, let me take you over to that chart. We got scenario one, where we could actually come back down to the 110,000, potentially even like the 108.5 before the break upward. If this does happen, okay, if we break, say, 108, 107.1, the next scenario is going to be in play, potentially even back down to 100,000 or 99.5. That's when the market, all the big boys are going to come in and buy this coin and send us back up. So it would be a perfect head fake. And of course, I don't look either way. We're bullish, so for us, it would be a gift if we dip down to 99,000. If we dip down to 108, we're going to be buyers. But if you're a short-term trader, you got to be pay attention very, very closely to the 107.1. That was the deepest dip that we had before we got this slight recovery. Now, if the 112 area holds and we break above 118, then we're going to see like 120,000 in Bitcoin. It's not going to take off right away. There's going to be a lot of profit taking again at 120,000. And then that's where basically that 115.7 should act as a decent support. If we break through the all-time high at 124, then that 115.7 becomes a very, very important point of support. Now, that's the chart that I first took you to, the don't close below chart. Just to remind you, if you're just starting in the middle of the video, this is the chart I'm talking about, okay? So what I'm saying here is if we can get through the all-time high, say 124, then this 115.7 becomes very, very important to hold, okay? But we're not there yet. We're still in neutral to slightly bullish. All right. So right now, again, everybody's waiting to see what Powell says after the rate cut. If we get 20, now if we get 50 basis points, holy smokes. Now that would be awesome to see. Out of nowhere, a surprise, 50 basis point cut. I don't think it's happening, of course, but man, it would be wild. It would be wild to see because Bitcoin would be breaking through the old top and going towards like 126, okay, or 127. So that would really just be, oh, it would be a dream to watch. So we know that we got the two scenarios that I just took you through. So just beware of those scenarios, and I'll take you back to show you them again. Here they are. Potential dip down. It's like 109, 108. Cannot break this 107.1. If we do, then scenario 2 is most likely in play because everybody would like puke positions. All the short term would puke positions. And Popeye the Sailor Man will be back down over here buying for sure. All right. Because he accumulated at like 109. He had no problem buying at 109. He'll buy again. And as you know, Michael Saylor has this straight up on their balance sheet. So Bitcoin, we know that Bitcoin's going to head higher, but we got some volatility ahead. And in order for it to catch some real big tailwinds, it would have to be a deeper basis, deeper than 25 basis point cut, in my opinion. And I don't see it happening because Powell is a political animal, not so much really a Fed governor, So let me check out one more Bitcoin chart for you. We can see on this chart, Bitcoin still has fuel. It's got a lot of fuel. Okay, the bull flag is live. Structure still points higher right now. As I said, we are neutral to slightly bearish at this point. Break above 124 would actually say, okay, we're back into a bullish mode. But the bull flag is live. Structure still points higher. And yes, the pump can continue for months ahead. But legends know, really, like profit taking makes millionaires, screenshots make memes. So really, if once we get up into here, we're looking to actually liquidate Bitcoin for a retrace lower. Not that it's not going higher, but we're looking for a retrace lower. And again, we're getting way ahead of our skis, but we like to show you the scenario before it happens, and of course, we'll navigate you through it. So make sure you get into our pro group. Okay, I mean, you've seen the trades, right? You've seen all the trades that we posted and all the little trophies that we scored. Okay, we got a really active group. You should be getting into it. I mean, you've watching the recent trades we shared. You've seen the profits that speak for themselves. Clean setups, real execution, consistent results. And the best part is you can literally copy those exact trades if you want. So join that free Telegram trading community, okay? Think about it. I mean, you got nothing really to lose. You don't have to trade with us. You could just hang out and talk to us. That's really cool. All right, let's get on over to Ethereum. I'm going to take you over to WeX, the broker of our choice, where we like to showcase all our trades. WeX, low fees, fast execution. Also, you got to check out BTCC. That's another broker that we highly recommend, but this is where we showcase our trades. So as you know, we have an Ethereum long that we're running. Right now it's up 69.35%. Nothing to sneeze at, but we like to see those 190, 200% gains. We think we're going to get it. We're running a long H-bar right now. We've been alerting you to H-bar. That's a cool little coin to look at. So while Bitcoin takes center stage right now, Ethereum is steady right around 4,480, 4,550, with traders cautious ahead of the Fed. Some altcoins are mixed. Let's get over to Ethereum. We can show you Ethereum is banging up against resistance again. And here we have it right now, banging up against that resistance at 5,000. It's coming back. It's actually coiling right now, a break above this. This is where I think the fireworks are going to happen. We break the 4,800, 5,000 level, close above it, and we're seeing Ethereum running to around 5,700 before a slight retrace. I saw some comments yesterday in the YouTube. They're like, I thought you guys were calling for Ethereum at 10, 15,000. We are, but it's not going straight there. So we got to cover like the short-term minutia before we actually say, hey, it's going to 10,000. Yeah, it's going to hit there. Now we know that Ethereum has broken out We could see on the chart the key level right now, the breakout has occurred. We had the retest, okay, and right now we're just sitting on the neckline of the upper movement. So we're retesting the key level right now. The true level is at 4,000, right? If we break 4,000, we could see 3,700. Don't think it's going to happen, but really, if we hold this zone, the upside is definitely inevitable. And as I said, hold it, upside, inevitable. All right. Now, we got the crowd out there, the crowd, the negative Nellies screaming, the Ethereum cycle is dead. The Ethereum cycle is dead. I I don't know where these guys are coming up with this, but I don't see the Ethereum cycle as dead. But now they're starting to repeat that. You have to think that they're saying it, because they want to squeeze people out of Ethereum to grab some Ethereum cheaper. But I'm going to take you over to this chart because the story always is the same. Always the same. Ethereum is dead, yet Ethereum rallies. Here's the Ethereum is dead story. Ethereum is dead, right? Here we're going, right here. Ethereum is dead in 2020, 5,100%. Ethereum is dead in 2017, 24,800% rally. I mean, it's the same story from these guys all the time. Okay, Ethereum is dead, and bang, it's going to rally. Now, this is where we're showing Ethereum up at 10,000. Okay, so the longer term, because we know that if we look at the Ethereum ladder, which I'm going to get to in a second, but every time they say this story, it always ends in parabolic gains. So don't take any heed to that stuff, okay? If we look at the Ethereum ladder, which is quite clear to us, we're seeing a movement up to 6,500. Yes, we're going to get some resistance at 57, of course. So right now, as it stands, 4,000 is the short-term support. It's actually the warning. If 4,000 breaks, okay, if I come into this chart structure right here, I can come down into this area right here, this previous top. I'm looking at this previous top, and I could see it's around 3,500 is like the main support. Okay. Now, I don't really think it's going to drop down below 4,000. We think 4,000 is going to hold. There's a lot of people that are looking to scoop Ethereum. You also got, Mr. Thiel. That's a big Ethereum player. He doesn't buy so much and put it on the balance sheet, but, he's quite interested in the projects Ethereum. So, you got big boys, BlackRock, of course, would be interested. You also got State Street. All the big players will be looking to grab this coin because as they can see the ladder as well as us, we got 6,500, 8,000, and we got 10,000 on this ladder. So really, you don't sleep on Ethereum. Don't think it's dead. It's not dead. So it's always the same story, and Ethereum always takes off, right? So let's look at Bitcoin dominance right now. Let's check out Bitcoin dominance. Here's the Bitcoin dominance. It broke the trend line for sure. It's actually up a little bit today from yesterday, sitting right around 58.23. That's okay. Bitcoin's showing some strength, which is good, but altcoins are kind of quiet right now. But I'm going to take you over to altcoin season 2020 versus 2025 so we can get a good view at this. We got 2025 is identical to 2020. So the setup is identical. In 2020, it created millionaires. Now the question is, are you going to be one of those people this time around? Forget about winning the lotto. This is the ticket. Okay, this is definitely the ticket. So you got to get in. You got to get into our pro group. Now, look, before we wrap up, I want to make sure that you're well aware of this community that I keep talking about. I'm going to take you over to the link in our description of our YouTube channel. This basically gets you into our free trading community, completely free. And I want to point your attention to, first of all, if you don't want to trade with us, that's fine. Right now, I want to show you that WeX is offering a 25% off trading fees and a $100 bonus when you sign up through our link. And BTCC, a trusted exchange, is now running a $500 giveaway for new users. Both are fast, clean, and both are built for serious traders. So if you're ready to step into our world of high performance trading, check those brokers out. You may want to, jump in on them. Join the Telegram, grab the bonuses, and take your trades to the next level. All right. So here's where you do it. I have people asking, where do you do it? You do it right here. Also, if you just want to, if you copy our trades right there, you got the WeX bot right there. And also there is the link to get into WeX itself, and it will take you over to right here is for the $100 Ethereum sign up. I'll take you over to the site one more time where we showcase all our trades. Low fees, fast execution. And don't forget, BTCC is a very, very good broker too. So you got two options there. And make sure you check them out because they're giving away $500 for new users. So let's get on to the multi-month support that's locked in on altcoins. And it's a textbook breakout that's unfolding. This chart's going to really, really open your eyes, I hope. We got monthly monthly support, multi-month support. Oh my God, locked. All right, textbook breakout is unfolding. It's not. I wish I could read my own handwriting. I write these notes, and it's horrible. But really, we got textbook breakout unfolding that I could see right there on the chart. It's not hope, it's programs. Now, I want to take you also one more chart. I want to take you back, and I want to show you a series of altcoin market breakouts that span from 2017 onward. Look at alt season 2017. Happened right here. Alt season 2021. Huge movement. Okay, we're seeing the same exact setup here, and we're looking at a huge movement as well. So like I said, forget about the lotto tickets. All right, this is the true ticket where you could actually put your mind up against the markets and make your own lottery. All right, so that's all we got going on for you guys today. It all comes down tonight, to let's see if Bitcoin itself can get above the 118,000. That's the most important level that we got to scream above. The Fed decision is incoming, and Powell's under the spotlight. Strap in, because whichever way it breaks, volatility is guaranteed. We gave you the scenarios that could happen, so make sure that you're well aware of it. Get into our community. We'll help guide you through it. So if you found this useful, please share our videos. We're trying to build a huge trading community. And also remember to come on over to X. Follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day. All right. So what do you got to do? Well, you got to join our free group. What else you got to do? Well, if you're not going to do that, you got to do your own research. You got to trade with your head and not over it. And as a short-term trader, you got to enjoy the party, but dance near the door. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.